Hi. Excuse me, I lost track of the time. I was in the other room and looking for something, and then all of a sudden I came, sat here, and said, "Time to go live." So I guess we'll go live. We'll see if anybody shows up for my new hump hub day. Hub day. I meant to write hump day last week, and I wrote hub day. So from now on, we will be celebrating Hub Day. And wow, that is really washed out. Come on, give me some color. And maybe this won't be a very long stream. Hmm. Hi, Safia. Oh, wow. I've been so enjoying your art. Yes, happy Hub Day to you, too. I like Hub Day. Trying to see how it relates to the middle of the week, but maybe it's the hub of the week. The guts of the week will be Wednesday. We'll have invented a whole new not no what's the word for nomenclature? Yes, well, hub day to you too, Nettie. Yes. Nettie sent me, oh my god, she sent me the funniest picture yesterday. And it was so cute. It had, "Hi, Mrs. Gigi. All right, I'll be glad to be in the background as you fix dinner." It would be about that time, wouldn't it? Yeah. um Yes, your artwork has been so inspiring. I haven't done anything, and I love the Zorn palette. Those are my colors. I love those colors. I really do. Um, and I think that's really cool that you were aware of him. I take it before, and then you just like that. Yes. Um, we started home ed, and it's exhausting, day 3, and I just woke from a 2. Home ec, home education. I'm thinking home ec. Why would you be? Oh, I forgot that you do that. God bless you. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I could manage a classroom of 30 kids, 35 kids, but I don't think I could teach my own. So I give you a lot of credit for that. Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility. Hi, Gail. And yes, isn't she? Oh my gosh. And I mean, I'm just, I just met Safi. I mean, basically, we're relatively new to one another. And I have no idea where she was artistically speaking 6 months ago or 8 months ago. But man, it's just every time you do something, it's just a little bit, it's better. Not that the others were bad, you know what I'm saying? There's just, it's hard to put into words. There's a certain depth that's there, you know. There's a certain eye to detail that maybe wasn't there before. I don't know. It's just great stuff, and you take advantage of all of those lessons, and you dig right in. And I don't, and I'm just I've come to the conclusion I'm just lazy, or I produce something that I don't like, and then I give up. I figured, screw it, and that's not a good attitude to have. Not if you want to get better. That's for sure. I'm carrying around the wrong attitude. So, but yeah, your stuff is really so. It's yeah. I'm so glad that you're posting it. I appreciate seeing it. And then I wanted to share with Nettie. I can give you a visual if you don't mind. Nettie sent me a picture, and it's one lone corn stalk in a field, and all the other corn has been harvested. So there's just one lone corn stalk in a field, and there's a sign that's hanging on this lone corn stalk, and it says "Corn maze for seniors." I thought it was hysterical. Corn maze for seniors. Let me see. 25194. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, okay. All righty. I just all right, let me just take care of this. Let me get down. Okay, so no, I'm not, I'm being truthful. Yeah. 2 years. Okay. Since you've dedicated your, okay. See, I haven't quite, um, we would get lost. Yes. I can show you, have started tomorrow if you like my first art journal pages. Yeah, I would love to see that. Yeah. I don't even know where my first pages are because they're scattered. I never put anything together in one place, so they're bits and pieces everywhere, which is stupid. So anyway, I've been working on the journal, the 49 graphics journal, and it took me forever to get the pages just organized, just organized. I can't tell you how many times I've counted them to make sure they were in the right order. So I have September done. I just the page. I haven't done anything with the pages, mind you. I just have them uh, situated, and I've got September done, but I haven't done anything with the pages. I mean, I've done this, and I cut out the letters, so I've got, and then this goes here. But it took me forever to figure out how many pages there are, and I wrote it down somewhere. There are 12 sheets, right? 12 sheets and 3 inserts or more that will constitute the entire month of September. And then I will just fold sheets with inserts for November, December, for October, November, December. And they will go in here also. Now, I don't know whether she's going to do another whole digi kit for November. I don't know, but I know that I could find stuff. You know what I mean? If I didn't want to purchase another kit. Hi, Chris. And hi, Dar. So great to see you. Yes. And is Lamb here too? Lamb. Ruth? Yeah, I saw Ruth. She was here earlier. And Gail's here. Yeah. So, and then the question was whether I needed to cut this down because it's too big. And I figured I'm just gonna screw it. I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. I added more to the cover on Sunday. I actually tore this off, put a new one on, and added some stuff behind it. And so I changed the cover around from what I did on Sunday. So that's where I'm on with that. And then I cut out a lot of the pages and I inked all of the corners. That's talk about tedious work. I think I saw Ruth say hi earlier. Dar saying hi, I think. So today I thought I would attempt to, and I'm using the word attempt, to do everyone's doing like haunted houses and haunted boxes. And I'm going to try to fashion something. I've got a whole bunch of Timmy Halloween ephemera that I thought maybe I could incorporate. And so we'll see how that goes. And I have 2 shallow boxes. I got my order of tuna fish for Lily. I buy it by the case. And this seems to be deep enough. And I have 2 of them. So I can cut one up because it'll be the right. And I think I'm going to make it, give it like a house type of thing with a couple of stories, maybe 1, 2, and then maybe an attic. And so I'm going to we'll just chat and I'll figure out what I can do. You're going to get some coffee. Coffee? Okay. Yeah, I brew a pot of coffee a couple of times a week and then I, just keep it in the. Oh, I love that. Nettie did Dead Fairies on a Swing. Oh, how lovely. No, it sounds really awesome. I like that, Dead Fairies on a Swing. Very creative, yeah. So let's see. If I do this, I bet you I could use a ruler. Yeah, and then or I could use the Timmy ruler, which automatically gives you the dead center. So let's see. If this is the center, right? I think that's how that works, right? It'll be close. It could be wobbly because it's a haunted house, right? So if that's the dead center there, kind of, and then we're gonna kind of, I'll cut it there. Let me just, no, I don't want to cut it there. I want to cut it here, and I want to cut it here. How's that? Yeah. I'll get the big old Timmy scissors out. The squash fairies. I've never heard of squash fairies. Okay. Whoops. I have been watching some people who, okay, thanks, who make the most incredible things out of cardboard boxes. I mean, beautiful, beautiful furniture, stuff that you can use to like put jewelry in and jewelry boxes. And now, obviously, they use an awful lot of contact paper and an awful lot of glue. And it's great that they're recycling cardboard boxes, but it ain't a cheap venture. If you figure in all of the glue sticks, they have these massive glue guns. That reminds me, I gotta get my glue gun. This is definitely glue gun material. Alrighty, so we got the house. I'm gonna paint it in, and look. Will that go like that? No. No. What am I thinking? Well, that kind of, no, that's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to put size on it though. This is where, no. What am I trying to do? No. Well, I'll put sides on. I'll glue the sides on. Don't worry about it. I'll cut these down. We'll glue those on, and then we'll be good to go. And this could be an absolute disaster. An absolute disaster. Right. Oh, that'll be okay. I can cut that down. Let's see. This will be the technical way of measuring things, which is not. So I'll just do this. Whoops. I did that once. Oh boy. It's a story about my being a carpenter apprentice for a while. And we were doing aluminum siding. And hi, Angie. And we were I was supposed to cut pieces of something. I don't remember now what it was. 1x6 is something. And I measured it out, measure twice, cut once. And I measured out the piece of wood. And then I figured, well, instead of measuring each piece of wood, I'll just measure from the piece that I'd already cut. And I did a whole bunch of them. And that is a no-no, because every time you do that, you're off by the thickness of whatever that wood is. It may be an eighth or a 16th of an inch, but every time you do it, the piece that you cut based on the last piece that you cut is off. So when you're done, you've got a stack of wood that technically was off. And the guy that I was working with or for was not a very happy camper. Needless to say, I never made that mistake a second time. All right, say perfect right there. And I'll get out my handy dandy glue gun. Have they? Is he still? Is he still loose? Oh my God! I mean, that's a long time for a guy like to be loose, right? He escaped what last week sometime, as I recall. He's a murderer, right? He was just sentenced to life, I think, right, Angie? You can correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, they did catch him. Okay, all right. Little jerk. Well, I guess if you're sentenced to life and you manage to escape, and if you get caught, what are they going to do? Sentence you more? Oh, they got it. They just got him this morning. Oh, wow. Oh, I know that picture. I'm familiar with that picture. The lady, yeah. Well, that's okay. That's okay. Totally understand. Mm-hmm. Get it. I get it. This is my handy dandy old little glue gun. And occasionally I think I need a new one. And the last new one I bought, I was so pissed. It was a Gorilla brand. Don't buy anything Gorilla. I don't know. Whatever their first product was, whatever that first product was that they came out with was pretty good. But everything else that has the Gorilla name on it is crap, in my opinion. I thought, well, I'll buy the Gorilla glue gun. I figured it's Gorilla. It'll be good. Well, the problem is that glue sticks were proprietary, meaning you could only put Gorilla glue sticks in them. And I hate that. I hate that when they do that. Now, I know that a lot of pens do that, and they only have proprietary cartridges and such. While ours wasn't a killer and was only out on the lam for 4 days. Did you hear? No. No, I didn't know. He stayed in the area. Well, I don't know how far they can get. He was working in a prison kitchen. Oh, the underside of a food delivery truck, like Mission Impossible. Yeah, I used to love watching that prison show. Orange is the New Black. That was a pretty good show. And then after a while, I don't know, I got bored with it. But that was on for a couple of years. That's interesting. Well, the guy that I'm waiting for this to heat up. The Boston Marathon bomber. The one brother was killed, and the other brother was on the lam. And my son and daughter-in-law got a phone call at 3:00 in the morning from like an automated service telling them to lock their doors, make sure the windows were locked, and do not leave the house because he was in their neighborhood. And they had, surrounded the whole area. And they found him. He was literally the next block over from where they live, hiding in a boat in somebody's backyard. And so it was pretty scary. Prison in London, and he was caught around. He was hungry. He was spotted at a food truck. Oh, that's funny. Well, there used to be a radio show, and maybe they still do it, and it's not that novel, but they give out awards for the dumbest criminal of the week. I mean, people would like leave the driver's license behind at a bank robbery, or just dumb stuff, like, as criminals are stupid to begin with, and these would just accentuate their stupidity. I kind of like. What do you think about having a pointed, like as a haunted house, have a pointed eave? Let me see if I can't free this up. This is going to be rough, folks. Rough. But with the glue gun, man, you can get away with murder. Just saying, because it's so sticky. How about a hole? Well, we can have a hole. We can have a hole in our haunted house, right? Yeah. Yeah. I think this is ready to go. Here we go. Get it on there, get it on there. I'll give it some more glue after I stick it to my table, right? Let me just stick it down here like this. I'll just go like so. Yeah. This is going to be really disastrous or really funny in a, how did she screw that up so badly? Funny. There. Yeah. And we'll throw some glue down on this side. Glue I got me some glue. And I'm just going to leave that. It's a little hot. Whoops. All right, that's good enough for now. As she fiddles with it. Leave it alone, leave it alone, leave it alone. Okay. It's not like anybody has to. I'll get these chunks off my board. All right, there's one Eve. Let's see if we can't make another one. Why? But that happened when I was a little girl. Okay. Had managed to take out a prison bus driver. He drove the bus into the. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's scary. Well, we lived in Camp Hill, Pennsylvania. After we moved off the farm, and there was a prison, like, I guess 2 miles away from our house. And one afternoon, I was lying down taking a nap when my son took a nap, because that was the only time I could sleep, and I was able to, because I didn't have any other kids at the time, so, you kind of sleep when you can. And like all of a sudden, I woke up and all I could hear were helicopters. I mean, and they were flying low, and I thought I was dreaming. I'm going, what the hell is that? And it turned out that somebody had escaped from that prison. And there was a woods behind the development, and they were back there, obviously, on the helicopters trying to find the guy. And you could hear the bullhorn. I mean, that's how close they were. We've got you surrounded. Give yourself up. That was kind of a scary thing to wake up to. I mean, I was aware that the prison was there, but never really gave it much thought, So I just walk about. Big deal. Well, maybe that was, maybe he figured, if he acted nonchalant, the average person isn't going to go up to him and say, hey, aren't you the guy from that prison? You know what I'm saying? Probably not. Who knows? I don't understand the thought process. Back way back, like in Charles Dickens' day, and even back in biblical days, people literally stole for food to feed their families, But I don't think that's the case with criminals today. And speaking of that, there's a whole in the Week magazine. There was a whole thing. There's a whole new crime thing that's going around, and a lot of big retailers are saying that they're what's affecting their bottom line is shoplifting, and that there's so much of it. Well, apparently there's another whole thing that young people are doing, is they go in and there's a whole bunch of them, right? And they're all masked up, and it's called smash and grab, and they go in and they kind of keep the people at bay, and they're walking out with gigantic TVs. I guess they buy drugs, yeah. Um, but this is a highly organized kind of operation, and they're not just taking little stuff. They're taking a whole like 40, 50-inch TVs, and of course they're all masked up, and there's surveillance cameras everywhere. It's pretty. So these guys aren't stealing to put bread on the table, so to speak. It's a whole big crime ring that's doing this. And I thought that was really interesting. I mean, you see the looting, unfortunately, after earthquakes or whatever, there'll be, mass looting. And all of a sudden people feel it's okay if the store's windows have been broken due to natural causes, say a tornado or a earthquake, then that somehow it gives them license to go in and help themselves. I don't understand that mentality. Oh, look, their window is broken. Well, I think I'll go help myself to a new TV or a toaster oven. How does that, I don't understand how that brain comes to that, how that person comes to that conclusion. And I know the people are probably saying, oh, well, insurance will cover it. That's probably what their excuse is. Unfortunately, the insurance is you and me. You and me. We're the ones that pay the premiums. And now all the prices are going to go up. They used to come in groups at the J.C. Penney's where I worked in the 70s, the door closet to the highway. They would grab a bunch of high-end merch and then run out the door to a waiting van. Oh, wow, Gail. Whoa. Holy mackerel. You too, also? Huh. There was just another piece in the news. I didn't realize that it was more prevalent than, you know what I mean? Than more of a problem now than it had been. That's what I guess I'm trying to say. I mean, it's always been, it's always been a problem, but not on that scale. Yeah, I think I'm gonna mark that with my official marker. My hand, my nail. I'll just put a mark right here. Or I'll cut it right here. All right, here we go. Put the other side of the roof on. Yes, and that's what they said in this article, Gail, that everything now is locked up behind glass cabinets at a lot of the stores. And then somebody had to complain, saying, like a non-criminal said, I feel like, when I go shopping, I'm shopping in a prison. Well, it's unfortunate, but this is the only problem with these things. Everything's locked up. But you would never, I never gave it any thought in terms of big items like TVs. I wouldn't think that people would go in and walk out with 50-inch TVs. That's just insane to me. I mean, that's got to be pretty coordinated. Oh my gosh. Nettie went to buy a headlight and they were locked up too. Yeah. I guess that's where the smash comes in, right? They're smashing into the the glass display cases. Let's see it. And I guess it is. I can't think of any other reason, Eddie. You're right. It's got to be drugs. And then they were saying, and then the rest of the article was talking about that. Then there's a whole fencing operation that where they're selling the stolen stuff on eBay and on Amazon, because I guess you can sell stuff on Amazon. So there's a whole, underground, black market out there, which the black market's been there since the beginning of time. Oh, thank you. Yes, thumbs ups would be great. So look, just like that, I've got a house, a hoose. As this guy in Scotland told us once, we were on a bus in Dublin. Mo and I, we were, taking one of those buses, just to give even though they lived in Dublin, but I was the tourist, right? And this gentleman had taken to Mo. He was coming on strong, and but he was coming on strong for his brother, and he said to her, I know this is probably not going to be funny to you guys, but it was hysterical to us, because he was talking to Mo about his brother and what a wonderful man he was. And he said to Mo, and he even has a hoose. He has a hoose in the country, and that was supposed to be the selling point. That if she was interested, he had a hoose with his Scottish accent, I guess. A hoose. There. Put a little cap on our, and there's even a word for that, a special architectural. And what will this be? Good question. I think it's going to be a haunted house, a hoose, a haunted hoose. And I might just decorate it all with Timmy paraphernalia stuff. I can't even talk today. But I'm going to have a couple of floors. And I'm either going to paint this black, or I know I could really put some like psychedelic. I know what I can use for wallpaper. This will be really crazy, man. How about this for wallpaper? Oh, I like that. That would be insane. But the only problem, if I use something that busy when I put the wall hangings on, but I like that. Bye, Safia. She's worn herself out teaching. Do you think that's too crazy for the wallpaper? Should I just paint it black with black gesso? Inquiring minds want to know. Too wild? Yeah, it's gonna be like a crazy house, a crazy hoose. Okay, all right. Then I've got all sorts of this stuff. I'm gonna glue that down, and that'll be an interesting. All right, thank you. Thank you for answering my question. I appreciate that. Because I got a whole bunch of this stuff. Look at this. That's when I did all that stuff. And I made a whole bunch of this stuff. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. I'll glue that all down, and then we'll put the staircases in and make some stairs. I don't know whether I should make the stairs out of popsicle sticks or cardboard. Miriam made a beautiful rocking chair, a really cool rocking chair out of cardboard. I guess she got a plan or a design and, flat pieces, and then she cut them out and glued them together. And hi, Kathy. Good to see you. I'm just literally messing around here. Oh, dear me. That didn't sound good. That was it woke up Lily. It was my punch, my paper punch that punches holes. And the little thing that holds catches the little thingies came off. And now there's, okay, that's fine. And what I'll do is I will go in and maybe paint this black, but I'm going to glue this down like so. Alrighty. Okay, and let's maybe take one of these and go like so. Maybe go like this way, that way I can see it. No, I'm gonna go like this way so I can see it. Yeah, I have over the years, I have, bought a lot of Timmy Halloween stuff. And so I thought I would try doing something three-dimensional than just a one-dimensional thing. So that's what I'm attempting to do. Let's see. This way. And then, hi, Andrea. Hi, Christopher. Good to see you. Saw you this morning over at Dee Dee's. That piece that Dee Dee's working on, that warrior woman. She just makes it look so easy, doesn't she? It's amazing. Well, that's not too bad. Not bad at all. And I will cut this down a little bit and stick that behind that. Well, let me just do this like this. And like this, maybe. Cut some of this down. Wow, that's not too bad. Yeah. And we'll have the one floor, like the floor will be here. How about that? And I'll cover that. I could probably cut that a little bit straighter. Let's see. I was going to say something else. Oh, I've been working on my zine. Oh, God. And I did a little, hi, Barbara. I did a little like a thumbnail sketch. Well, that's okay. It's a crooked, a little thumbnail sketch of my story, and I hate it. And I've come up with, I don't know, now I've come up with 3 or 4 different scenarios. And not being a great drawer, it's not, but I need to get it done, you know. So I have this little cucumber. My prompts are cucumber, smile, and gloves, which are really good. You know, they're not bad at all. But so I have my little cartoon cucumber character. You know, in the first panel, you see him twisting and turning and twisting and turning, trying to set himself free from the vine. And I have a drawing of other cucumbers hanging from vines in a cucumber patch, or whatever you want to call it, right? So he finally twists himself free. And this is a very, very rudimentary drawing, mind you, because, again, I'm not a drawer. And let's face it, to draw a cucumber isn't very difficult. Let's see. Hi, Kimberly. I know. Those prompts are awesome. So he twists. So I have the cucumber hanging. I got little arrows showing that he's twisting, and then the next square, he's now lying on the ground, and the caption is, "Oh, I'm free. You know, I'm free at last," or something like that. So then, let's see. The third thing is, he's now standing at the end of a row of cucumber. I don't know, cucumber plants. They're not bushes. Cucumber plants, right? And wondering where to go. So then the next square, you have a skyline drawing of a city. And he goes, I can't go there. The city is too big. That's too big for me. So then the next scene you see is, all I've drawn is like a big factory. And on the side of the factory, it says Heinz. And that's all I drew. I didn't draw anything else but the factory with the Heinz sign on it. And then the next scene, he says, I don't want to be a pickle. And then the next scene, I think it says something like, or the last scene says, do you ever find yourself in a pickle? I don't know, something stupid like that. But that's where I'm at. Oh, and and of course, when he gets himself free, he's got a big smile on his face. And he's got the Mickey Mouse gloves on, the big white Mickey Mouse gloves. Ow, that was stupid. So, boy, this thing is really going through the glue. Oh, it's hot. The only good thing about it is it peels off real easy, right? See, with this you can make cobwebs too. Okay. All right. So now we need now I'm going to paint all of this black. Not this black, but no, the wall's black. All right. So now we need a floor rather. So let's do this. That would make more sense because that almost fits perfectly. Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking, folks. I know. Can you see the steam? Let's cut this here. I have a plan. I know. It doesn't hurt. I mean, it burns for a second. It's not like... I think you build up an immunity to a certain degree. When I worked in the kitchen as a chef, oh, the burns. And you just keep going. Egg whites. Egg whites are really good for burns. I mean, really bad burns. But I was a broiler chef, so my arm was always under the broiler, so I had like just all these up and down my arm were little burns from reaching in to make adjustments. Ha! Looky there. Could be a little crooked too, huh? I think that's fine. And, you know, if that's painted, or I could put another piece of wool. Oh, you know what? See, if I'd been thinking, yeah, I didn't hurt. I mean, I was working, you know, it was a busy night, and the chef, the guy, you know, the chef burnt himself really badly on the inside of his upper arm. And he said, grab some eggs. I'm going, eggs, get me some eggs, give me some egg whites. I said, okay. And he just smeared the egg whites and then wrapped it all up in a, oh no, no, not cause burns, but to treat burns. No, to treat the burns. And I'd never seen that, but I'll tell you what, the next day when he came to work and he showed me his arm, that whole area was beautiful. Yeah, it didn't, I mean, you would not have guessed that he had burnt himself that so badly. So I was shocked. And that was at, here's my, that'll go like so, right? And I'm going to cut that like so. All right. That was my first cooking job. I knew the owner of the restaurant. Her name was Ann, with an E. Yes, egg whites to treat burns. And I was sitting at the bar at the restaurant one night, and I said to her, I said, Ann, you know, I've always wanted to work in a kitchen, you know. She said, okay, I've got a job for you. And I said, really? She said, yeah, you can start tomorrow night. I said, really? She said, yeah. I was all excited. Went home and told my husband, guess what? I'm going to be working at Davies. And he went, what? Yeah, at night. You know? He said, oh, okay. He knew that that's something that I'd always wanted to do. So I show up to work the next night, all ready to go, right? And I'm shown the dish room. okay, this is where you're going to start. You're going to start in the dish room. I said, what? Washing dishes. Yep, you're going to be washing dishes. That's your job. You're going to be washing dishes, loading this dishwasher, and doing the pots and pans. And yeah, I went, oh, so that's where I started, in the dish room. As a lot of very, very famous chefs have started in the dish room. Not that I became a famous chef, mind you, but I started in the dish room. And fortunately, I was only there one night because the fry cook that they had just hired, and this was Friday night, and in Western New York, that's what they did on Friday night. There were Friday night fish fries. And at the end of the evening, I was sitting out at the bar, of course, talking to Anne. And I'm soaked. I am drenched, absolutely drenched from doing dishes, from sweating and doing dishes. I'm soaking wet. And I smell like a wet, I'm a mess. But I'm sitting there, talking to her, and the chef comes out. His name was Raz. His nickname was Raz. And because she wasn't interested in my escapades in the dish room, she was more interested in how this new fry cook that they had hired worked out. And he shook his head and said, nope, she's not going to work at all. I'm sitting there almost literally raising my hand. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. So the next night, I came back as the fry cook. And I got through the night. And it was another busy night. But I cut the mustard, so I was hired as the fry cook. And then I would come home and just reek of fried oil. What a hard, and it's in your skin. It's in, it's your whole, every pore of your. So that's how I got into cooking at the professional level. Take care, Chris. Have a good stream. Okay. So I like the way this is looking. I never knew what I was going to do with those papers. Who knew that they were going to ended up being recycled in this manner? All right, take this out. I got another glue stick here. Gonna have to get up and get some more. I got plenty up there. So I worked there for a couple of years in the summertime when I wasn't teaching. It was my summer job. So it worked out well because this was basically a summer community. We were on a lake, and the population would explode from, Memorial Day to Labor Day. And then after Labor Day, it's like they literally rolled in the sidewalks. Even though this restaurant was open year round, but the business, the level, the volume went way down. That was the one good thing of living in that. Hi, Ampex. The one good thing about living in a summer resort community, I am making, it's going to be a haunted house of sorts or a haunted museum. And it's going to house Timmy Halloween paraphernalia. That's the plan. And it's made out of Lily's tuna fish box cases where her tuna fish came in. I buy it by the case. And I still have that tuna fish that they sent me packed in oil. I keep on waiting for them to have a food drive. Yes, I know it does need an explanation. I get it. This is paper that I made a while ago. It was like a mono print, and then I made that flower pot with the flowers on it, and this is the leftovers from that. And everyone's been doing haunted houses, so I thought I would try my hand at it, and I was trying to think. I didn't have any. A lot of times I like to use the wooden shims that they use to shim up doors and windows. You can buy them in a pack. You've seen me use those. I've glued them together and made frames out of them, but I didn't have any. But I had cardboard, and I love me some cardboard. So this is going to be the floor. All right. I'm not going to glue that down until I figure out the ladder situation. Now, the question is, I think I'm going to be lazy. I don't know. What do you think? 3 floors? Here, and then have the little garret. Okay, Barb. It's kind of screaming for that little attic garret type of thing where you have, a lot of cobwebs. It's not that hard. And I've got plenty of this. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it 3 floors. And then you're going to see this, but that's okay. I like it. It's crazy. All right. I'll make another one here, and then we'll have the attic. Okay. Yeah. It's okay, right? And since I have some more of this makes it very handy when you can use the this part of it, Okay. Probably use this like this. Yeah. Yeah, I can do that right there. Try that again. It worked once. Maybe it'll work a second time, maybe. Ow. Jeez. Got myself good that time. Cut that down a little bit. Take that off. There. Just a smidge. Okay, let's see. All right. Maybe cut that down a little bit too. Yeah, you really need to have an attic, right? That's where all the spooky stuff is. Attics and basements. I had bats in my attics. All the good ghosts are in the attic. That's right. Yeah, I had bats in my attic. And I didn't know I had bats in my attic until when I went to move. I went up in the attic, and there was a big pile of bat guano up near where the chimney went out through the roof. That's how I knew I had bats in the belfry. Of course, you can't kill bats. They're protected, as they should be. We've talked about this before. They are a natural mosquito eater. They imported bats to that area of upstate New York, Lake Chautauqua, and there were bat houses built all around the lake. And at nighttime, you could see them swoop down, and they would eat all the mosquitoes. So you could sit right on the lake, out on the lake, on a boat, on the water, never be bitten by a mosquito, because the bats would get there first. And they really kind of have cute little faces, I think. They're like a little pixie, kind of mousy looking face. All right, I think that's good enough. I get it. Did I get it down? Much better. You like my sophisticated. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, even though this was a very tiny little house, I think it had a full base, it had a basement, main floor, upstairs, and it was, I think, 800 square feet. But there was a door in the Richard's bedroom. You opened the door and there was a full flight of stairs, a regular full flight of stairs that led up to a full attic. I often thought I was renting. I often thought if I were to stay there, I would have knocked out and done a dormer. And then there was another whole floor up there. Thank you, Kimberly. But then you would have to put a bath up there. There was only one bath in the place. That was a bit of a problem. Look, it suited, it was perfect for Richard and I, and that's my son and I. I got divorced, and this was a perfect little house for the two of us. It had 3 bedrooms. I always wanted to have a bedroom for my oldest son. If when he came home, he chose to stay with me, he didn't. He always stayed at his dad's. His dad's place was only 4 miles down the road. So we were, the same school district, everything. So it all worked out. I don't have something. Well, I can paint. I'll paint that black. Yeah, that's okay. I love how crazy this wallpaper is, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah. All right. Okay. Glue that down. Well, thank you for being here this afternoon. Appreciate your company. Whoops, I didn't need to put glue there. I hope you're enjoying the conversation with your fellow fibs. Hi, Candy. You can tune in and watch me burn myself with my glue gun. Not on purpose, though, mind you. I'm building a haunted house out of cardboard that I will fill with Timmy Halloween paraphernalia. I'm going to cut that. And I'll paint that. Yeah. Yeah. Look, Becky. Is Becky's still here? She knows I collect these. I collect these little things on the bottom of cardboard boxes. I have them from all over. I have this one. This is my most exotic one because this box is from Fuji. I know it's a weird thing to collect. I have a whole bunch of them. Becky's even been kind enough to send me some. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I have them all. Hi, Becca. Thanks for being here. Okay. Looky there. No, it's too bad I don't have a little lip there, but that's okay. That's all right. A little bit more glue and you should see those people when they make those things out of cardboard boxes. They have, those heavy duty glue guns with, the glue sticks that are about yay long and they're flopping all over the place. Oh, you mean in those travel things? Yeah. Well, I am going to make a travel journal. And they will go in there. Some of them will go in the travel journal for sure. It's interesting. I've never made a truly theme-based journal before. They've always just been junk journals, with no specific theme. So this will be the first time that I'm going to actually make a travel journal with travel paraphernalia. Oh, looky there. That's my thing telling me it's going to rain. Look at that staircase right there. How perfect is that? Huh? Oh, you know what? Yeah. And now, of course, I get a lot of deliveries from Amazon, and all of those things on the bottom of those boxes have Orlando on them. Okay. You have a great stream, Christopher. Christopher is a cartoonist. Where he draws cartoons, and he does a page every day. He's amazing. Yeah. Let me show you some of them. I mean, I have them handy. Let me share with you my collection. I don't even know what you call them. The things on the back of on the bottom of a cardboard box things. I don't know. I don't even know what you call them. I try not, and I don't have any duplicates really. But let me show you what and they come in all different various sizes. This is a real big one, and this is from Conyers, Georgia. and Lewisburg, Tennessee, Aurora, Illinois, Mount Olive, Illinois, Olive Branch, Mississippi, Owasso, Fort Worth, Texas, Pleasant Prairie, Wisconsin, Circleville, Ohio, Mason, North Carolina, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Belmar, New Jersey, Memphis, Tennessee. Now, granted, folks, I have been collecting these for years. Tampa, Florida, Racine, Wisconsin. A little known fact about Racine, Wisconsin is that is where the Republican Party came to be. Biglerville, Pennsylvania. My ex-husband actually worked in this cardboard factory in Biglerville, Pennsylvania. This is 10 miles outside of Gettysburg. Let's see. Springfield, Massachusetts. Kansas City, Missouri. Cerritos, California. Toronto, Ontario. Yeah, oh, that's a double. Fort Worth. Middleton, New York. Oh, another double. Sorry. Worcester Streetboro, Ohio. There's another double. I lied. Oh, there's doubles. Okay. Bradenton, Florida. That's where my friends are moving to. Boo, hiss. There's an Orlando. How about this? Bogota. Bogota. That's Colombia. So Ridgeway. There's another Memphis. Boston, Massachusetts. Milpitas, California. So take a look. They're underneath the boxes. And again, as you can see, I'm not kidding. I literally have been collecting these for years. Yeah. It's fun. And you can see all sizes. Thailand, there's one from Thailand. Fernando Beach, Florida. Spotswood, New Jersey. Reading, Pennsylvania. Kentucky, I like this one. It just says Kentucky area. Very vague. All right, so let's see. East Hanover, New Jersey. So there they are. That's my collection. Grand Rapids, Michigan. But again, this literally is years of collecting. Always looking for, this one doesn't even have a location, different Chattanooga. There's a Fuji. Those are the ones off the tuna boxes, I think. Anyway, so I shared you with my precious, I don't know what you call them, box labels, I guess. It's candy, it was addressed to me, but obviously they put that label on the wrong thing. Oh no. And look, a square one. You very rarely see square ones, but that was there. A square one. Yeah. 2 square ones. Well, I told you about my... Oh, that's right. I was going to ask, Gail, you're the one that said that you had returned stuff to Temu without any issue. I had ordered a thing from Temu, and it's one of those little magazine bookie rack things. Oh, I was glad to be able to share them with some people. My secret hobby. And the thing came and it was delivered, and the guy delivered it and left it outside, even though it was wrapped in plastic. It was raining all day. Everything was, me too, man. That was, yeah, that was it. That, I'm sorry. The guy, I don't want to say anything about the quality of who's ever delivering their shit. Excuse me, but there's a door there that you open and you put the box inside the porch, right? Hi, Jean. Thanks for dropping by. Adopted a new kitten. Lucky you. Nothing's cuter than a kitten. No, you got to go back and get another one, though. You got to have two. You have to have two. It'll double your pleasure, double your fun, and double your belly laughs for sure. You got to go back and get the other one if there's another one to be had. But enjoy. But he left it out in the rain. Really? How do you do that? How in your right mind do you walk all the way up to the door, right? And then put the package outside, so much so against the door that I couldn't open the door without hitting the package. That's how close it was to the door. And then walk away as it was raining. Now, fortunately, what I ordered was, most of it was plastic, and it comes in that plastic orange thing, and the thing was in a cardboard box, but the cardboard box was completely, you could have wrung it out. It was that. Yeah, how lazy, my God. But anyway, and there was a thing of paper envelopes that I ordered, and but the whole thing, the thing that I bought, the leg of it was broken. I had to kind of jerry rig it because I figured to try to return something that was $25. I figured I have. Oh, you have two now? My girl is 2 and he's 4 months. Oh, okay, yeah. All right, thanks for stopping in, Jean. I so appreciate it. Oh, he'll have somebody to play with. Yeah, that's good. Oh, when did you get a kitten? And Seuss loves it. Oh, I bet. Yeah, I have the app. I've got to download the app. I was just really disappointed that. And then I figured with hot glue, I was able to kind of fix this. I know that if I had ordered that from Amazon and had taken a picture and showed them how it was a broken product, they would have shipped me another one and told me to keep this one. But, and in all fairness to Temu, I didn't attempt to return it. I just kind of fixed it, and it's okay, and I might just, I want to make stairs. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I can. Let's see. Today I traded in a tablet on Verizon. Oh. Oh, wow. And you didn't know that up front? Oh, man, that's a crappy deal. What? So now basically you have $180 credit, but you're only going to get it for $5 a month for 3 years? Oh, gosh. Ouch. Oh, I would have been pissed. That's awful. I'm trying to think. I know. You see the steam? I know I could fold, but I don't think I could fold this. You know what I'm saying? I could fold paper to make the stairs. But let's see. I'm just practicing to see whether this is even. I have a box outside to put packages in because I have trouble walking. They always leave them right on the step where you open the door so I can fall down the steps. Oh, wow. I mean, I know that these guys are not rocket scientists, and I know that, they're getting shitty pay, but I'm sorry. It's raining out, and all you had to do was open it. You got it as far as the door, you know what I mean? But I guess the worst delivery I ever had was an Amazon delivery where the guy left the package outside, out by the street, leaning up against my mailbox. So I got a message saying your package had been delivered, right? So I went and looked on the porch. There was nothing there. And I look all the way out. And fortunately, there's a street light close to where my mailbox sits by the street. And there it was leaning up against the mailbox. I'm thinking, oh my God. Fortunately, I live in a neighborhood where nobody would even think of taking it. If anything, they'd bring it to the house. See, that's what I'm thinking, right? As a pair of stairs. See how that looks? You see? I think that's what I'm going to do. I think that'll work really good. And then we'll have realistic looking stairs. Yes. All righty. That's the plan, Stan. Thank you, Janet, for reminding people. I was just reading somewhere that thumbs up really, really make a difference. And honestly, I kind of poo-hooed all of that. I thought, they make a big deal about thumbs up. But I was watching somebody on a StreamYard person, right? Talking about things that you can do to, and the importance of thumbs up. Okay. Thanks, Nettie. Thanks for hanging out. It's good seeing you as always. So I got to figure out how big to. All right, there's the stairs, right? I'm picturing. So here are the stairs. You're going to go up, 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 right? Like so. And this can go like so. Or I could just glue it right on the, right? Let me see. Let me just see. Okay. So this doesn't really have to be, it just has got to be a little bit wider, longer than that. That piece of paper is not long enough. So let's see if this is some of that. Let's see if this is long enough. Yeah, that should work. That should work fine. I had a pencil here. Once upon a time, I had a pencil. I got pencils. I got lots of pencils. So today's Tuesday. I had, as I referred to, my boobs and bone scans yesterday. As I told them where I checked in. Told them I was referring to it as a boobs and bones day, and they thought that was very funny and that they were going to remember that. I had a DEXA scan and a mammogram. I got a quit cutting squares and hearts. Oh, I bet. That's a lot of, yeah. And I guess you can't cut material in on a cutting machine, right? There's no way of, I guess with the squares you could use one of those things, right? But not for the hot. Okay. I think this is going to be fine. We'll have stairs. Did anybody ever read that series of books that was really creepy, where these kids were locked in an attic, I think. There was flowers in the attic and then something else in the attic, and they were brother and sister, but ended up having an incestuous relationship, and there was a whole bunch of the books. Just talking about the attic always brings to mind that it was a weird. You read them all. Okay. All righty. That was quite a while ago, wasn't it? I think the first one was Flowers. Wow, yes, V.C. Andrews, and that was not the author's real name. That was some, as I recall. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of them. 1980s. Okay. Wow. Okay. And I can't remember how they became free, and I don't remember the end of the story. And I don't. I'm gonna reach up here to get some more. Let's see. Bye, Nettie. I said bye. All right. I have a pair of stairs that are going to lead to the next floor. Looky there. Let's see. Wow. I thought that would be a good start. It's not long enough. Damn it. Sorry. You can't really squish it out. All right, back to the drawing board. I really thought that piece would be long enough. It's not. It's not. It's not long enough. Not a problem. Not a problem. Paper I have. All right. Yeah, wouldn't that? Oh, can you imagine trying to do that? Oh, I love the etcher stairs. They are, yeah. So this was really. Let's see. How much bigger? I'll make it about yay bigger, and I'll go like that so I can fold it in half. Precise measurements here. An appointment for, what does poor Scott need? How do you get Scott an appointment? Never goes when he's sick, so I know he's. Oh dear. Oh, I'm sorry that he's not feeling well. That's not good. Uh-oh. That's not good at all. Jeez. I don't think you can hear the thunder, but that's what it's doing. And Lily's kind of woke up and looking around. She hates those thunder things. She hates them, hates them, hates them. I don't like them either. I used to like them as kids. Oh no. I know, yeah, didn't start the other. Oh boy. Yeah. Well, everything comes in threes, unfortunately. All right. Let's try this one more time. Mm-hmm. I was watching, I bought another book from Uppercase, and this one's called Rags and Pulp. It's all about paper and the making of paper and the things that people make with paper. And I want to try this. What she does is she layers paper, lots of paper. And she doesn't make the paper, but she kind of paints it, scraps of paper, but she layers it and layers it and layers it until she's got maybe the paper's maybe that thick or so. And then she starts ripping away. And then it gets, and then as the layers go down, you see the different colors of the different types of paper that were layered up. Can he go into emergent care, or do you have to make an appointment for that? And I don't know what there's laws against. I missed that part. I guess I can go back. Jump in, try to get Scott to stairs. Doesn't look like that. Aw. So you don't feel like you've made a dent? That's frustrating. There. Okay. The stairs are made. There you go. Straighten that out. Mm-hmm. It's still, I still could have made it a little bit longer, but I'm not doing it again, folks. This is what you get. This is what you get when you don't measure. Okay, this is exactly what happens when you don't measure. So, but I like that. That's fine. That's a good, it looks like stairs. If you looked at it, you would go, oh, that's a pair of stairs. It's not one of those things where you'd scratch your head and go, what is that? It's high. It is recognizable as a pair of stairs. So I'm happy with that. All right, now let's take this. I'm going to glue that on. Like this. Is that what I want to do? I don't know. I think that's what I want to do. This office moved farther away in the office. This. Man, when doctors care. Yeah. I did that quite a while ago. I changed all my doctors. You know, Anybody that's in the group, those are all my doctors are very close. The furthest I have to go is 3 miles. And it's great. And that's as far as I have to go to see any of my doctors, and that includes dentist. That's all my doctors. Dentist, rheumatoid arthritis doctor, family doctor, hospital, all of that. If I have to go to the hospital, it's 3 miles away. And I used to have to go all the way to, what doesn't mean anything to you folks, but I used to have to go all the way to downtown Melbourne. And with traffic lights and with traffic and everything, it was always 45 minutes to an hour and just to get down there. And, but it's a pain. I think, Becky, you said you have a PA that you really, really like. And that makes it even harder to leave somebody that you have a relationship with. It's so hard to establish a relationship with medical staff. At least I think so. What do you think? It looks like a pair of stairs, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. I think I need to do that. The angle's quite not right, but again, it's a haunted house and nothing's straight. None of the walls are straight. Yeah. See, it's hard. It's hard to give up that type of relationship. It takes years. I mean, sometimes it takes years to build up a relationship where you have somebody that you can trust, that you trust is listening to you. That's the hardest thing. They did a study once, and I don't remember where I read it, but they did a study once that said that your doctor, when you see your doctor, he's going to listen to the first 30 seconds of whatever you have to say. After 30 seconds, he's not really listening to you. And I believe that. All right. The other thing, the fact that they schedule so many people. They schedule, I don't know, 4 people for a 15-minute slot, and and then even if you're there early, doesn't matter. All right, I should have measured that, which was stupid. But if I look at this, dummy. All right, well, I'm going to glue that down. That's one staircase, folks. And I will paint that. You know what? It's probably better to paint that while it's not glued in. So let's do something smart. That would be the smart thing, right? To paint that before it's... Oh, look, there it is. Now, what's an NP? Is that the same as a physician's assistant? I don't know. I'm not familiar with the N. Oh, okay. Oh, nurse practitioner. Thank you. I just couldn't remember what this. Gotcha. 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 Well, I really lucked out in the sense that I was able to go. I had AARP supplemental after I retired, and and I was paying over $100 a month, close to $150 a month. And then I found out that I could get something called the Advantage Plan. Now, AARP, United Healthcare, offered Advantage Plan too, right? And they are considerably cheaper. However, you have to go to their doctors. And I didn't want to change my doctors. But then I found out that the health insurance company that covered us when I was teaching Health First had an Advantage program. So I switched to the Health First Advantage program, and I didn't have to change any doctors because they were already all my doctors. And my monthly premium went down to $0. I don't pay anything for my monthly premium. I have a $35 copay for specialists, and that's it. So I saved myself a chunk of change by just going to the Advantage program, and I didn't have to change doctors. Look at that. Looky there. Oh, we should go the other way, right? And I think that's how it would be in a real house, right? Don't the stairs zigzag up and down, I think? All right, let's see. Do I have that? You guys are probably like, well, there's a couple of you hanging out. Thanks for hanging in there with me. I appreciate your company for sure. I was going to go this way, wasn't I? These are going this way, right? And these will go this way. Mm-hmm. I like it. Oh, wait a minute. No, they shouldn't go that way, right? Should it go, well, oh, then no, I'm not going to have, no. Oh, you know what would be really cool? I won't do it today. It'll be, but I'm thinking, wouldn't it be really cool if I made like a little, like, oh no, this is going up to the, this is going up to the attic. Yeah. Okay, I got it. Yeah. Yeah. Now that's going to work out fine. I'll just glue that on another piece of cardboard, and yeah. Mm-hmm. You have to see, if you haven't seen Colleen's Halloween boxes, they are so cool. She's got the neatest stuff in her boxes, and I guess again Dollar Tree is nailing it in terms of craft stuff. They got all sorts of Halloween stuff and little skulls and everything. And oh no! So you got the wrong ink. That's a pain in the butt. They found out the same vendor called Age Market sent me the wrong package. It was supposed to be Cobalt Archival ink read inker. So what'd you end up with? I guess it doesn't matter what you ended up with. You can't use it. And that's a pain. Well, the only thing that I have to say, returns at Amazon could not be any easier. I mean, that's really one of the, I'm not going to bother with that. One of the perks of doing business with Amazon is how easy it is to return stuff. What am I doing here? Let's go like this. Sorry, folks, I gotta take another look at this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is gonna go real fast here. Zip, 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 zip. There. There we go. Another staircase built. Mm-hmm. Maybe I've communicated with them. Oh, yeah. Are you going to do 31 tangles? That's cool. I don't know. I think I did. I think that's what. Thank you, Janet. I think that's what I did last year. I think I did. Zen tangles for Inktober last year too. That's right. Yeah, that'll work. Whoops. That'll work just fine. Fine. Cut that down a little bit. This would probably be, a lot easier if there was some serious measuring going on, but the eyeballs work pretty good. There. And that'll get glued down. Yeah. So I got 2 staircases. And that's going to have to be cut down a little bit right there. Let's see. Can do that. This was not a good move, Anne. Not a good move. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hey, it stayed glued too. I didn't think that was going to happen. Yeah, that's much better. Oh, wow. Okay. Let's leave that at that. Let's not mess with that. Maybe put a little bit of glue right here. Mm-hmm. Secure that, secure that, secure that. All right. There we go, folks. Whoa, there we go. And that staircase will go here. Did we decide we're going to do it this way? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. Fortunately, it works either way. Do you think it looks better that way? Oh, how lovely. That sounds cool. A soul collage group. I like the way that sounds. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to get off in about 8 minutes. I might throw some paint on. Unless you guys are happy with hanging out. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm going to do this anyway. So. Yeah, I think it would be much wiser to paint these first before gluing them, then try to glue around them. It's time for you to go to work. I'm sorry. I think you enjoy your job, though. Right, Candy? I hope. I hope you enjoy your job. Let me put it that way. I hope you enjoy your job. That's so important, to enjoy your job. I have to say, I enjoyed my job. I may have bitched about it on occasion, but I really enjoyed it. Yep. You know, sometimes the kids would drive you nuts, but for the most part, it was very enjoyable. But the only thing I have to say about teaching, the only way to really survive in teaching is you've got to have a really, really, really good sense of humor. You've got to be able to laugh at yourself and not take yourself too seriously. And you can't laugh at the kids, at least, you know, in their face. But they are funny, you know. Okay, this is what I use. I use black gesso instead of black paint. I like it. It's thick and rich. And this Mart is, you know, low end, but they make a pretty good product. They make actually a very good product for, you know, let's see. And this is a nice brand too. The Zen Art brushes, faux squirrel. So this is fake squirrel. All right, Barbara, enjoy your soul collage. Kind of like just like the way that sounds. Soulfully collaging. I like that. I've actually posted some new collages that I've done on my Instagram. I haven't done that in a long time. Well, that's not true. I did 500 collages. Not 500, 100. Right? But I did a couple. Well, the one I posted today was the picture that I posted in today's stream was part of a collage. I couldn't get the whole thing in because it wouldn't fit, you know. Again, I like to find, you know, put together things that don't make sense, but kind of make sense. I actually harvested, I guess I maybe harvested about 8 magazines. Uh, I just can't seem to. See, look how black that is. Isn't that nice? And it dries a nice matte. So I highly recommend using black gesso instead of black paint. And of course, if you've done a piece of art that you don't like, black gesso gives you a new start, right? Let's see how nicely this just smears on. It's a nice smear. See? Look how nicely that's covering the white. Process. Okay. So you're making, well, you're making collages, but you're talking about the process of making collages, I guess. So I would say, well, this is why I'm using this picture, and this is why I'm putting it here, type of process. Yeah, it sounds really neat. See? And Becca is going to have a streamathon the beginning of October to celebrate her 1,000 subscribers. I think it's great. She's got 1,000 subscribers. It's awesome. And it's been a lot of hard work on her part. A lot of hours spent streaming, and to get to 1,000 is not easy. It's not easy. And then there's been some weird things where people have gone on and started a YouTube channel, and all of a sudden, like in a ridiculously short period of time, they've got like thousands of subscribers. There's some sort of phenomenon that happens, or I'd like to figure out what that phenomenon is. But it's a slow process. And I don't really feel that I don't have a lot of content to offer. I mean, it's fun, and I enjoy talking and telling stories and, laughing and having a good time. But content wise, I'm not showing you how to. Occasionally I might do a how to because I've learned from somebody else how to, and I share the how to with you. But I mean, I had no idea how this was going to come out, what it was going to look like. And I just, when these 2 cases of tuna fish arrived last week, I immediately thought, haunted house Halloween thing. And it's the fun. And then Miriam has made a really cute haunted house, and it's very whimsical, and she's got really cute little tiles that she's cut out and glued down, and she's got some monsters, and again she made this really cool rocking chair. Um, and she just made it all, made the things. And that's pretty much what I plan on doing. I might make some furniture. You go online and type in how to make miniature furniture, and there are hundreds of YouTube videos on how to do that. And that's fun. It's fun to make furniture. There. Get this. Put that. Put that up. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There's one staircase done. Mm-hmm. There you go. It's cool. Mm-hmm. I like it. Looky there. Ooh, it's going to be scary. Maybe I'll take some white fabric and have some little ghosties, little Caspers. Ah, ow! Damn it! Excuse me. I keep on touching the nib of that thing. I mean, how stupid can I be? It's the third time I've done it. Okay. All right, let me just stick this here to dry. Let's get this one. Whoops. Mm. Yep. I used to build models when I was a kid. I used to buy those models, and we'd buy the car ones where you could modify the car. They'd give you enough pieces so that if you wanted to take the car and make it into a roadster, you could, there were ways of modifying the model itself to change the car. And that was a lot of fun. And there was a group of us that would model together. Revell made the best models. They really made good models. They had the best decals. They also made HO sized train train stuff for HO trains, like an HO style. Yeah, I'm gonna have to put some glue in there. Look at that. I knew I was gonna. Yes. Oh, it would, and you could, yeah, and you could have little, you can buy those little Christmas trees. Yeah, that's a great idea. I like that idea. Obviously, you would have cheery wallpaper. You have a little fireplace. I like that. That would be cool. And you wouldn't paint the staircase black, you'd paint it brown. Mm-hmm. Yes, you can make it cheery. Make little stockings. I like that idea. Okay. sitting in the rocking chair with the, it was the night before Christmas, book on their lap. You could have, you could make little stands for the Timmy people, have them standing around the fireplace. Now, I want to use Timmy people in this. I haven't figured out how I'm going to use them, but I have, you know what I have? By mistake, I bought those really, really thick, the heavy duty Timmy people. They're like made on, they're like not quite as heavy duty as chipboard, but heavier than cardstock Timmy people. And you can glue them down like on a page, on a spread on a page in a journal, but they are really kind of thick. You'd have to, how you peel off, you could peel off a layer of the photograph. And I don't even know what was the purpose of making them that way, but I bought them by mistake. So, but it'd be easy to make like a little stand and have them standing like in the scene. Now, proportionately, I don't know whether I have the right sizes for them. I'll have to look. But did you, I watched, the design team for Tim Holtz, the stuff that they make is just amazing. And I watched I watched the Halloween one and all of the neat things that the design team, the Halloween vignettes that they made out of Timmy stuff. Oh my gosh, it's so awesome. The stuff that they have created using his products. Just amazing. And of course, you've got, I don't know whether he's shown Christmas yet or not. Yes, I was just going to say that because I know that you can take his Timmy people and you could like paint like a black mask on their face to give them like a Halloween look. But I think you're right, he does have, and I know he's got Christmas ones too. But the stuff that his design team create, just, so beautiful. With the lights, and in those little glass domes. And I don't know whether he still makes them, but he had the die set for the little village. I don't know whether those are still available, but I really like those. Not to say that you couldn't really cut your own little village out of cardstock or whatever, or even cardboard and paint it, you know what I mean? And lay it out on a little cardboard scene with some fake snow. That would be kind of cute. You could just make your own kind of scene. I have to glue that together, but I'll have to wait for it to dry. But yeah. Oh, I think this goes this way, right? I'll have to, yeah. There's the other staircase. So, like so. Now I have to glue that together. I knew I should and I didn't. And now I'm paying for that mistake. But, alrighty. Okay, folks, I'm going to call it quits. And again, I want to thank you so much for popping in and sharing some time with me this afternoon. And tune in next Wednesday and see what I've done with my haunted house, and how I've decorated it. using Timmy paraphernalia, and maybe a trip to the dollar store to pick up some skeletons to hang out. I don't know. Or not, just make stuff. All righty. Well, thank you. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for the, excuse me, thank you for the thumbs up. And Janet, thank you for reminding everybody for the thumbs up. It's always appreciated. So have a wonderful rest of the day, and I'll see some of you tomorrow. And if you can't be good, be careful. If I can get my, where's my cursor? There it is. Bye, folks. Take care.